Wow, what a great performance from the private Christian school choir. They prepared this song especially for you to say thank you for giving them this wonderful school and opportunity to get a great education. I'm Nathan Carlson, President of the Board of India Transformed, and I'm here with Ruth Brodeen, who is our Executive Director, and also Pastor Roger Timer, who happens to be in Omaha. He's an active board member and the Director of Global Missions at King of Kings Church.
We want to welcome you to the second annual Taste of the Future, a faith-raising event for India Transformed. We have friends joining us today from California, Oregon, Colorado, Texas, Nebraska, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, New York, and Georgia.
Thank you for celebrating this past year's success. And how about if we toast to the future? This event is made possible because of you. As tough as this year was for many, your love extended all the way to India to people who desperately needed some good news. Now let's hear from Roger, who will explain a little bit more about our ministry.
Thank you, Nathan, for sharing that blessing with us. So if you're new to India Transformed, welcome. Our mission, well, it is to see lives transformed. And transformation only happens through a relationship with Jesus. And Jesus gave his life for us, not only to pay the debt of our sin, but to give us his presence so that we would share him with the world, and certainly the good people of India, in a goal to minister to the whole person. Now, so that the transformation is not just spiritual, but it's social and educational and economic. And we offer a hope that is ours in Jesus that even helps break the cycle of poverty. So, tonight we have some great guest speakers joining us from India, and one whom you might likely know well if you're familiar with India Transformed. It is John Peter, our founder, who launched this ministry 33 years ago. And today, John Peter, very special day for you. And I want to personally wish you happy birthday, double nickels, 55 years old. And it was just a year ago today, get this, when a baby was unexpectedly dropped into your lives and your and Joyce's life together. And now that child, Joanne, is a thriving 18-month girl, bringing much joy into your new family environment. What a story of her adoption. So John Peter, share a little more about this wonderful story.
Greetings, everyone. I received one of the most precious gifts I've ever received. It was a year ago today. My wife was fasting and praying for 3 days in the church, just when a woman came in with a baby girl. And we learned that the baby's grandmother was trying to kill her because they had very little food to share. As an overwhelmed mother, she feared for her daughter's life. So the parents agreed and pleaded us to take the child. And that's how Joanne came into our lives. What a great joy she has been, and a blessing to all of us. Now we are going through a formal adoption process. Please pray all goes well for us, as Christian adoptions are hard to obtain.
Well, what a great story of how God stepped into your life. To get started, here's an overview for our event. We want to share with you some of the year's highlights and how God has been actively at work through this ministry and through the generosity of our donors. We'll share stories, photos, and debut new videos of our heart and mission. And you'll be one of the first to get a glimpse of our plans for the beautiful college campus. During this event, we'll give you a taste of the future, and we'll show you how you can engage with us and support our mission. As Christians, we are called to pray, give, and go. And we thank each of you for partnering with us to make this all happen. Throughout the event, there'll be opportunities for you to give in one of these ways. The easiest way is to take out your cell phone and use the text to donate option. Send a text to this number, 41444, just as you would send a text to anybody. Then in the message area, type in India 2021 and then hit the link that appears that will connect you to our giving page. Another way you can give is just to simply scroll down on this web page to see the donation options. If you experience any problems, please go to our website at www.indiatransformed.org to make your donation. You can also send us a check, which allows us to bypass any transaction fees. Oh, and before I forget, we do have one more way you can make a donation, which is using this QR code that is appearing on the screen right now, which you can scan with your phone.
One thing I learned this past year is that no ask is too big for our God to fill. He knows our needs before we even ask, and He also answers our prayers when we are faithful. He also gives us visions to test and grows our faith. God provided lots of opportunities for our faith to be tested and strengthened. He provided for all our needs by deepening your hearts. This partnership between us, our donors, and God has raised our faith on so many levels this past year. Because of this, we want to share with you some of the highlights of our achievements this last year that were made possible by your generosity. Most of all, you shared God's love at a time of great isolation that left many of India's most vulnerable people feeling forgotten. Through God, you brought hope to people with your actions. In an ordinary year, there are many needs to be met, but this year proved extraordinary in the needs of our communities. Several situations demanded your attention beyond what we normally provide. I'd like to begin by thanking each of the 625 sponsors who provided food, clothing to Dalit children and their families living in the poorest communities in India this year. We received reports that people fell to the ground